hit the job lottery.
That's a fact.
Tara, you're chasing a story in the Bronx. It's a positive story about the recovery of a certain item by a church. What do you got?
That's right, Bill. Pastor Palacios from St. Anselm's Church up in the Bronx got an unlikely delivery last week from one of his parishioners. Parishioner Henry Gomez delivered a crucifix from another church down the street at St. Anthony's of Padua. What had happened was he saw a man trying to peddle the crucifix down the street and sell it for $60 in front of a liquor store. And this parishioner was a good citizen, went up to him, basically negotiated with him, offered him a small cross that he happened to have on him so that the man could carry it with him as he goes, and ended up getting the cross back from him. He had recognized it from St. Anthony's of Padua and actually returned it to his parish. He came to his pastor, Pastor Palacios, and said, I know this belongs to the other church. How can we get it back to them? That pastor then contacted St. Anthony's of Padua and said, you're not going to believe this, we have your crucifix.
I was so relieved and so happy because the crucifix is not what it's worth monetary wise. Is what is for us in the church. It's been with us since the beginning of the foundation of the church.
You can imagine how excited Pedro and the rest of the parishioners were at St. Anthony's of Padua to realize that it had been recovered. Not only had it been recovered, but by a fellow parish down the street. So what happened was, they, instead of just, UPSing it over or delivering it over, they had a really beautiful procession last night. This is really something beautiful to see during the holidays. After all these protests, these two parishes coming together is something that's really incredible right now.
What was the emotion like? It was freezing. It was. I mean, looking at this video, it's moving.
I'm a Catholic myself. I'm a regular churchgoer, and if my parish had been missing something that was so important to the people of that parish, and it was returned by another parish, I mean, it was really moving. The NYPD was involved, much like in the protests over the last couple weeks. They were leading them through the streets. I did hear some people actually say, "Is this another protest?" And it felt really good to say, "No, it's not."
Yeah, no, it's not.
These people came together.
What about the forgiveness side of this? I mean, I think this really puts the church in a really positive light. That there was forgiveness for the man who did this. I mean, I can't imagine who was going to buy the 5-foot cross for $60. But that aside, like the fact that there was a trade, like here, you take my personal cross and let me get this back for the church. I think that's a great story.